Setting: New Eden Colony, Kepler 442b, year 2387. The story opens with Dr. Sarah Chun walking through the agricultural domes of New Eden Colony. She watches children playing in the parks while their parents work in the research labs. The colony has 50,000 humans living peacefully for the past 20 years. Commander Jung-hoon Park stands in the command center, reviewing daily reports. His daughter, Seo-yeon, works as a communications officer nearby. They joke about the boring routine of colony life. Everything seems perfect. Suddenly, proximity alarms scream. Unknown ships appear in orbit. The Zarkonian Empire's massive warships block out the sun. Their leader, Supreme Warlord Zircon, appears on all screens. His message is simple: your species has spread too far. This ends today. The attack begins without warning. Plasma bombs rain down on the colony. Sarah runs to find shelter as buildings explode around her. Jung-hoon desperately sends a distress signal to Earth while ordering evacuations. But it's too late. Within 3 hours, New Eden burns. Of 50,000 colonists, only 3,000 escape in emergency pods. Sarah watches from an escape pod as her home turns to glass and ash. Seo-yeon records everything, tears streaming down her face as she documents the massacre. The survivors drift in space for days before Earth's rescue ships arrive. Admiral Min-jun Lee personally greets each survivor, his face grim as he reviews Seo-yeon's recordings. They will answer for this, he promises Sarah. Back on Earth, the footage spreads across all human worlds. Anger builds into rage. The peaceful humans who had avoided conflict for decades now remember why their ancestors were feared. The sleeping giant awakens. Asterisk setting: Earth Military Command, Luna Base. 2 weeks after attack, the United Earth Council meets an emergency session. President Maria Rodriguez slams her fist on the table. They killed children, families, scientists. This was not war. It was extermination. Admiral Min-jun presents the military analysis. The Zarkonian Empire controls 7 star systems and has enslaved 12 species. They see humans as weak because Earth chose peace for 2 centuries. They made a mistake, Min-jun says coldly. They reminded us what we really are. Deep in Earth's vaults, ancient weapons get reactivated. Dr. Zex Thompson, a descendant of war refugees who joined humanity, leads the weapons development team. He knows what humans are capable of. His own species learned that lesson long ago. Sarah Chun, now working with military intelligence, discovers something crucial in the colony's last data transmission. The Zarkonians have a central command world, Zarkon Prime. All their military communications route through this system. If we take this out, she explains, their entire empire goes blind. The War Council approves Operation Starfall. Humanity will not just defend, they will erase the threat completely. Ships that were built for exploration get retrofitted with weapons that haven't been used in 200 years. Volunteers flood recruitment centers. Seo-yeon signs up immediately, despite her father's protests. They took our home, she tells Jung-hoon. I won't let them take another. The human fleet assembles near Jupiter. 500 ships, each one carrying weapons that violate 17 galactic treaties. But Earth never signed those treaties. They had chosen peace by strength, not by law. As the fleet prepares to jump, Min-jun addresses all crews. They wanted to see humanity weak. Today, they learn why the galaxy once whispered our name in fear. Asterisk setting: Zarkonian border space. 1 month after attack, the human fleet emerges from hyperspace at the edge of Zarkonian territory. Border stations send panicked messages before going silent. Earth ships don't respond to hails. They simply advance. The first Zarkonian fleet meets them at Outpost Delta 7. Commander Vartok laughs at the human ships. Only 500? We have thousands. His laughter dies when the humans open fire. Sarah Chun watches from the command ship as humanity's old weapons activate. Antimatter torpedoes crack planets' crusts. Singularity bombs collapse entire moons. The Zarkonian fleet vanishes in minutes. No surrender is accepted. No mercy is shown. News of the attack reaches Zircon Prime. The Supreme Warlord cannot believe the reports. Impossible. Humans are peaceful. They don't even have a military. His advisors remind him that humans disbanded their military by choice, not from weakness. SEO-YEON leads cyber warfare teams that hack Zarkonian networks. She uploads the footage from New Eden to every screen in their empire. Then she adds Earth's historical military archives. The enslaved species see images of human wars. World War III, the Mars Rebellion, the First Contact War. They realize their masters attacked something far worse than they imagined. Jung Hoon commands the 7th Fleet Group, pushing toward the core worlds. Each planet they pass receives one message: surrender your Zarkonian masters or share their fate. Many worlds revolt immediately. Others try to resist. Dr. Zex works on the final weapon, a stellar manipulator that hasn't been used since humans nearly destroyed themselves. Are we sure about this? His assistant asks. Zex nods grimly. They wanted to exterminate us. We're simply returning the favor. By the 3rd week, half the Zarkonian Empire burns. Their subject species rise in rebellion, inspired by humanity's fury. The path to Zircon Prime lies open. Min Jun prepares for the final assault. Asterisk setting, Zircon Prime system. 6 weeks after attack, the entire human fleet converges on Zircon Prime. The Zarkonians have gathered every ship they have left, 10,000 vessels, protecting their homeworld. Zircon himself leads the defense. Confident in his numbers. Min Jun opens a channel to the Zarkonian fleet. You have 1 hour to evacuate civilians. After that, we will demonstrate why humanity chose peace. Zircon responds with mockery. You dare threaten us? We are the Zarkonian Empire. The hour passes. Sarah Chun initiates the stellar manipulator from the science vessel Yu's Vengeance. The device, no bigger than a shuttle, launches toward the system's star. Zarkonian ships try to intercept it, but human vessels form an impenetrable shield. SEO-YEON broadcasts on all frequencies. You killed 47,000 innocent humans. Today, you learn the price of awakening humanity's wrath. The device reaches the star and activates. At first, nothing seems to happen. Then the star begins to pulse irregularly. Its color shifts from yellow to white to blue. Zircon scientists scream warnings. The star is destabilizing. Stop this madness. Zircon pleads. We'll surrender. We'll pay reparations. Jung Hoon responds coldly. You had your chance for mercy when our colony begged for their lives. You showed none. Neither shall we. The star's core collapses. In its final moments, Zircon realizes his empire's fatal mistake. They had judged humanity by their recent peaceful centuries, not by the thousands of years of warfare that shaped them. His last transmission. We were wrong. Humans aren't prey. They're the apex predators who chose to stop hunting. The star goes supernova. The explosion is visible from Earth, 300 light years away. The entire Zircon Prime system, 7 planets, 40 billion Zarkonians. Their entire military command vanishes in stellar fire. Sarah watches the explosion's data, feeling no joy, only grim satisfaction. It's done, she tells Min Jun. The Admiral nods. Let the galaxy remember. We chose peace, but we never forgot war. The surviving Zarkonian colonies surrender immediately. Their empire, which had terrorized the galaxy for 1,000 years, collapses in 6 weeks. Asterisk. setting. Rebuilt New Eden Colony. 1 year later, Sarah Chun stands where her old laboratory once was. New Eden is being rebuilt, but now it has defense platforms and a permanent military garrison. She places flowers at the memorial wall, listing the 47,000 names of those lost. The galaxy is changed. The Galactic Council, which had ignored humanity's calls for help, now treats Earth's ambassador with fearful respect. 12 species freed from Zarkonian rule have applied to join Earth's alliance. They want protection from the species that erased a star.co-YEON, works at the new monitoring station, watching for threats. She receives a message from a young Altarian whose world was freed. We used to pity humans for being weak. Now we understand. You weren't weak. You were restraining yourselves. Jung Hoon, promoted to Fleet Admiral, meets with alien diplomats. They all ask the same question. Will humanity seek revenge on others? His answer is always the same. We never sought war. But those who bring war to us will learn why we avoided it. Dr. Zex has returned to peaceful research, but keeps the weapons archives updated. Never again, he tells his team, will anyone mistake our choice for peace as inability to wage war. The Zarkonian survivors, now refugees, are given a choice: integrate peacefully into other societies or face continued consequences. Most choose integration. Their children grow up learning about the day their empire attacked the wrong species. President Rodriguez addresses the galaxy. Humanity spent 2 centuries proving we could be peaceful. It took 6 weeks to remind you why we chose that path. We return to peace now, but remember, we are the species that split atoms for power, that tamed fire, that crossed void between stars. We are the children of predators who became shepherds by choice, not nature. Min Jun retires to a quiet colony, his duty complete. Before leaving, he ensures Earth's military doctrine is updated with one prime directive. We seek peace, but prepare for war. Let the galaxy know. Attacking humanity isn't declaring war. It's requesting extinction. Sarah publishes her account of the war. The final line reads, "They burned our paradise. We burned their star. Let none mistake humanity's mercy for weakness again." The story ends with New Eden's children playing in the same parks, now under the protective watch of orbital defense platforms. The galaxy has learned its lesson. Humans are not warriors because they must be, but because they choose when to be. And when they choose war, even stars aren't safe. Epilogue note. Across the galaxy, in countless languages, a new phrase enters common use. Never wake the humans. It becomes the most important lesson taught to spacefaring species. Earth returns to its peaceful ways, but now everyone knows. It's the peace of a sleeping dragon, not a helpless lamb. The end asterisk.